Vector A has a magnitude of 40 and makes a 60-degree angle with the y-axis. Vector B has a magnitude of 40 and makes a 30-degree angle with the x-axis. Vector A is in quadrant 1, all right, so this is quadrant 1. This is quadrant 2, quadrant 3, quadrant 4. So A is in quadrant 1, and it makes a 60-degree angle with the y-axis. And this A equals 40. So if it's making a 60 degrees with the y, it's making a 30 degrees with the x. Vector B is in quadrant 2, and it's making a 30-degree angle with the x-axis. So this is 30, this is 60, and this is B, and it's equal to 40. All right, so we can see vector B actually makes an angle with the positive x-axis equal to 180 minus 30, which is 150 degrees. All right, so now what we need to do, let's break A down into its x and y components. So A in the x direction, we can use that 30-degree angle here, and we can say it's the adjacent side, so cosine 30 times 40, and that equals 34.6. And sine 30 times 40 equals 20. And we can do the same thing for vector B. All right, so now in the x direction, it's going to be the adjacent side. So it would be cosine 150 times 40. That's negative 34.6. And the in the y direction would be the sine and that equals 20. Now, if you didn't want to use the 150, we could use other angles here. Let's see what that looks like. Bx and by. Let's get rid of some of this. Let's get rid of it all. So we had B equal to 40, and let's see, and it makes a 30-degree angle with the x-axis. All right, so what we could say is that in the x direction, it's going to be equal to negative cosine, because it's going in the negative direction, of 30 times 40. So let's see, cosine 30 times 40, and we get negative 34.6. And we can do sine 30 times 40, and we get 20. So it really doesn't matter which way you do it. All right. So at that point, all right, so we're still not there, but we need to add up the components in the x and y direction. So in the x component, in the x direction, the resultant vector it's going to be 34.6, this component, minus 34.6, this component, so that's going to equal 0. And then we have r and a y, which is 20 minus 20, or 20 plus 20 rather. And that equals 40. So to get the resultant vector, we have to square both of those. So 0 squared plus 40 squared. And when you do that, we get an answer of 40. B.